These are a bit older, but I won both of these books, and I thought it would be cool to kind of like do a little, I don't know if you will, a motivational talk, and we're going to start with sharing the bookshelf. First, we have The Learning Project by Lincoln Stoller, Rites of Passage, Something of a Miracle. So this book, it's sort of a book that helps you to prioritize your life, honestly. Here's some praise for The Learning Project. In a society deeply committed to time wasting, Lincoln Stoller has given us something of a miracle in The Learning Project. A window out of our own claustrophobic darkness into the consciousness of others. A momentary intimacy with the essences that animate flesh. What learning project could match this? The Learning Project provides a Rosetta Stone for living a self-made, satisfied life, an intuitive understanding worth more than its weight in gold. With brilliant glimpses into fascinating lives, Stoller shows answers lie in people. I highly recommend this book to anyone in the process of pursuing their dream, and that should mean everyone. Taking a look at some of the people and topics discussed in this book here. The acknowledgments is pretty interesting. Says, thanks to my ancestors with whom gaining this knowledge would not have been possible, to my descendants without whom passing it on would not be important, and to the people who will benefit from this project. Hopefully you will help others. And thanks to the bad teachers I have had, which is to say most of them, for developing my sense of purpose and for helping make the wrong paths clear. Thanks to the good ones, too. I have written this book for young people interested in taking control of their lives. It addresses learning in a general sense by interviewing different people and asking them to describe their learning process, why it's important, how they do it, and what it's done for them. The interviews are with young, middle-aged, and older people working or interested in either of 11 different fields. For some people, school is important. For others, it isn't. Teachers people have had and the discoveries they have made. Curiosity, determination, and self-confidence keep coming up in these stories, as do the teachers, people who have had, and the discoveries that they have made. Judgment is critical. Learn to trust your judgment, your own judgment. The greatest act of rebellion anyone can ever hope to achieve is to actually break the mold and think for yourself, to open your eyes. The Learning Project makes deep insights available through interviews on the subject of learning collected from people in different fields. The interviews come from young people of school age, people in their middle age who are pursuing a career, and established elders. All the people interviewed in the project are asked, what are the most important things you've learned? How did you learn them? And what do you hope to accomplish? The Learning Project weaves a dialogue on the subject of learning, where learning is used in the sense of building one's life, learning to grow up human. This is a kind of learning that each person must define and execute for themselves. The preface is Persephone's learning, and then it has Narcissus. Persephone was a legendary Greek maiden who picked an enchanted narcissus flower from the field of Nysa, whereupon the earth split open, and from it emerged the lord of the underworld, riding a chariot drawn by four black horses. Hades then took Persephone, willingly or otherwise, on a tour of the underworld and a journey to find her destiny, which included her becoming his queen, among other things. The character of Persephone is one of three archetypes appearing in this myth, and which together represent the cycle of human development. She is the youth who is compelled by curiosity and divine force to begin a journey of completion. The other two archetypes are the giver of life, represented by her mother Demeter, and the seer of wisdom, represented by the crone Hecate. The ancient Greek ceremony and cult built around Persephone, called the Eleusinian Mysteries, played a central spiritual role in Greek society. Greeks of any social rank could be initiated into these mysteries, but it required a year or more of preparation, an oath of secrecy, and imbibing a visionary entheogen known only as the Kykion. Divulging the greater secrets of Persephone, the rites of transformation, as it were, was punishable by death. Socrates revealed the secrets to some extent, though nothing was recorded, and as a result, the authorities compelled Socrates to kill himself. The secrets were ultimately lost with the coming of Christianity in 400 AD and remain unknown to this day. This myth is debased in its modern telling, partly because it was distorted by Homer when it was chronicled around 700 BC. Homer, who was basically the Walt Disney Company of his day, did not convey the central teaching of the myth, which came from the story of Inanna, the Sumerian goddess who preceded the Greeks by 4,000 years. In these times, people did not eschew the bad and seek only the good, a point of view developed around the time of Christ. They worked to integrate light and dark. This is Persephone's story. Inanna epitomized the essence of contradiction, the unimaginable variety of possibility in the created world. She introduced the possibility of the individual who thinks for herself or himself. Though the choices we make, we build the unique individuality of ourselves. As the goddess of paradox, she is the model of unity and multiplicity. Each of us reflects a bit of her discordance in ourselves. Each of us is burdened with the chore of gathering our many conflicting pieces together into a semblance of order and congruence. Human beings don't use the knowledge the Spirit has put into every one of them, and so they stumble along blindly on the road to nowhere, a paved highway, which they themselves bulldoze and make smooth so that they can get faster to the big empty hole which they'll find at the end. That is a very good one. And the next one, What to Do When It's Your Turn and It's Always Your Turn by Seth Godin. Reassurance. It's not here and it wouldn't do you any good if it were. Opportunity, it's everywhere, and you've been given a turn. Will you take it? If you're thirsty enough, the world is ready for you more than ever before. Go. About the cover, that's Annie Kenney, who died about 70 years ago. She was a mill worker in England, a member of the downtrodden working class, and an early suffragette. At a town hall meeting, she asked a member of parliament for his position on the right to vote. When he refused to answer, she pushed back, making such a ruckus that she went to jail for 3 days. Her courage amplified a movement that ended up changing the world. Millions of women could have taken their turn in that moment, but it took Annie to step up and do it. I'm no longer quite sure what the question is, but I do know that the answer is yes. Leonard Bernstein. Your turn to ship, speak up, stand out, build a following, market a product, make a connection, solve an interesting problem, write, sing, invent, create, ask a question, launch a project, organize a protest, open the door for someone, question authority, make a short film, direct, produce, create, or adopt, learn a new skill, help someone who needs you, be missed if you're gone. Your turn to make a ruckus. It's easy, it's fun, and it's guaranteed to work. Of course you can do it. All of that is true except for the part about easy, fun, and guaranteed. This is a book about an opportunity. The opportunity to take your turn and to make a difference. The opportunity to contribute, to lead, and to live your life fully. The thing is, there's no easy way to do this. No simple way to quiet the noise in your head. No proven method to earn the respect and applause of your family and friends. No guaranteed approach that's going to insulate you from heartache. This might not work. It might not be fun. I hope you'll do it anyway. Broken escalator theory. So 2 people are on an escalator. We know that they are executives because in addition to being well-dressed, they appear to be stressed and in a hurry. Suddenly, with a lurch, the escalator comes to a stop. Both executives are now trapped on a broken escalator, apparently unable to get to safety. The first executive sighs in frustration, while the second starts calling for help. Here are important people, executives, unable to get to where they need to go because the escalator has broken and there is no one to fix or rescue them. In 2006, Tim Piper turned this modern parable into a commercial for a company called Bissell. The virality of the video is a testament to the absurd truth of Piper's vision. Too many of us are unable to see that all we have to do is walk right off the escalator. The stairs are there, they're part of it. They're not as automatic or convenient as a functioning escalator, but they beat being stuck. This is a book about seeing the stuck, getting unstuck, and working within and swimming upstream in a system that often would prefer